Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on Hypixel Skyblock. So, I finally did it. I have everything I need to craft my very own Hyperion right here in this chest. This was so expensive, you have no idea. But we did it. I got a ton of donations. I'd like to thank the bad one for loaning me 50 million. I'd like to thank everybody who donated so I can afford this sword. So yeah, today we're just going to be crafting this. I know there's a ton of videos, but honestly, I've sold my Necron armor, I've sold all my weapons just to afford this, so yeah, let's do this, guys. So first, let's craft the Hyperion itself. So let's go here, and let's go into the crafting table. And this right here, boom, and Necron's blade unrefined, and then laser eyes surrounding it. There we go, Hyperion. Oh my god, four carpentry XP for literally crafting the most expensive weapon in the game. Are you serious? Okay, that's incredible, guys. So anyway, we have Hyperion here. Let's go. And now these scrolls. These scrolls were so expensive. Actually, I got them for quite a good price, actually, but still, they were expensive. Okay, let's first put on Wither Shield. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to do this, dude. Oh, here we go, okay. So, Hyperion, Wither Shield, boom, Wither Shield, okay. Then, Shadow Warp, beautiful. And finally, Implosion. We have, the Wither Impact Hyperion. Oh my god, that is... Oh my god, dude, let's go. That is so satisfying, guys. But... Okay, that's very satisfying, but, you know, we're not done yet, okay? Now I have to apply Ultimate Wise 5 and some other things onto it. So first, we're going to go on with Ultimate Wise 5. So... Okay. So let's just splash down a Titanic experience bottle. We don't use grand experience bottles here, even though I'm broke. And there we go. Ultimate Wise 5 Hyperion. Boom. And then, oops, Advanced Reforging. Hyperion. Withered Hyperion. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. Alright. So now it's time to add all the hot potato books that I need onto this thing. So let's just go to the anvil and add 10 hot potato books. So boom, boom, boom. Okay, everyone, that was satisfying, but here we go, we have our Withered Hyperion. And now it's time to enchant this thing. So now let's get some grand XP bottles and just go on with all the basic enchantments that I'm going to need. And boom, everybody, there we go. I have everything I want on this sword. I know it's not maxed yet, but honestly, I'm happy with it as it is right now. And then, of course, we now have to add some stars to the sword. Okay, everyone, so now I am paying my good friend Bananion. He's a very good Skyblock player, and he's gonna star the Hyperion a little bit for me. So hello, Bananion. Oh, here we go. So trading to Bananion, and he is by... There's that. And let's see, he's giving me 630 million coins as collateral. Jeez. Oh my god, this sword is worth so much money, dude. What is this, dude? Alright, and here we go, guys. So, we're gonna give 630 mil. Jeez, dude. And we're also gonna give 7 million coins. We only have 10k left, man. But there we go. We have the 4-star Hyperion. That looks so good, dude. Alright, okay. Boom. Thank you so much. Alright, guys. So there we go. Oh my god. I'm completely broke now. Oh my gosh, dude. Alright, everybody. So I tried out this Hyperion in a dungeon just to get used to it. I'm just gonna show you guys right now. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. So now that I kind of got a feel for the sword, now we're gonna be doing some actual commentated dungeon gameplay. But first, before that, how much damage will you be doing when with the Hyperion? You know, I'm not a very high combat level, as you can see. Like, what am I? Like, something terrible, like combat 31. Jeez, that is awful, right? So, as a low combat level, and, you know, with pretty bad armor, what will we be doing? What type of damage will we be doing? Well, let's see right now. So, as you can see, that was 2.2. So, to one enemy, I do 400k. And 400k is not that much, obviously. But it scales very hard in dungeons. So yeah, it scales a lot in dungeons. And you have a 7x7 area of effect radius, which is 49 blocks. So the area of effect is absolutely crazy. So now let's go into a party. Another advantage of having a Hyperion is that you get into parties way easier. Because so many parties are hype mage parties, literally. So let's see. So if you just say I have hype, then you're in. You're into the party. It doesn't matter if you're a bad dungeon player or what, but yeah. Alright guys, so now while we're waiting for the dungeon to start, let me go over the Hyperion ability and why it's so good. So the Hyperion ability, as you can see when I teleport, it gives me all these hearts of absorption. And these absorption hearts actually depend on your critical damage. So I recommend that you have some pretty high critical damage, so I have about critical 6 on the sword. So currently my armor is not an ancient, so I really want to get that, right? But you should only put ancient on storm armor because otherwise you don't have enough intelligence. So this armor kind of sucks. I know it sucks, but you know, I'm gonna get more money now and I'll upgrade my armor real soon. But honestly, your armor doesn't matter that much because the Hyperion does so much damage by itself. It really does. Alrighty, so now continuing on with what I was saying, let me just go to spawn. And some people have the misconception that the Hyperion makes it impossible to die, as in, like, the ability directly heals you. The ability itself gives you the absorption hearts, and after 5 seconds, it converts those absorption hearts into health. But when you actually right-click, like this, that doesn't give you any health. That doesn't give you any health when you do that, and a lot of the health comes from the left-click mage that the Hyperion has. So that's a common misconception. But yeah, the Hyperion doesn't actually give you direct healing, but the Wither Shield ability is really useful because of these absorption hearts. As you can see, I just got 900. That's crazy amount of absorption. Alright everyone, so now we're heading into floor 7 of dungeons. And let's see if we get warped in on the first try. Let's go, we got warped in on the first try. Let's go, nice. Alright, so now we got warped into the dungeon. And let's start. We got a nice no-dupe party. Alright, there we go. So we got 8 effects. That's a really nice tip that I learned. And here we go. So as you can see with the Hyperion, you have a lot of space in your hotbar, so it's really good. And now let's just go into this dungeon. Look at this. Look at the area of effect. The area of effect is almost the exact size as most dungeon rooms. And look at that, you can one-phase any mini-boss easy peasy. There we go, and yeah. It's insane. It's literally, it clears rooms like nothing else. So, if you guys are worried about the damage Hyperion does more than enough damage. Damage with Hyperion is not the concern. The concern with Hyperion is more in the boss fight, with healing. But if you're worried that the Hyperion doesn't do enough damage to clear rooms, then rest assured, it does more than enough damage to clear rooms with ease. Okay, I'm just stuck here. Now, on the topic of mana, I'd say that you don't really run out of mana. Not that often, in general. It's pretty good. The healing it's nice and consistent. So if you're worried about running out of mana with Hyperion, don't worry about it. So to a skeleton, as you can see, I'm doing 3.6 million off the start, and 3.6 mil isn't too good, but you have to realize that this comes with an absolutely crazy area of effect range. Let me just set my master volume down a little bit. It's so loud. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right. And in this room, oh gosh. So as you can see, I'm actually taking some damage. So to regen, you definitely want to just either use the Ornate Zombie Sword like that. There we go. Now we're going to start healing again. But the ability isn't that consistent. So there we go. Now we're back to full health, but it's not something where you can just get the sword and never die again. You still die with the sword, so don't get the misconception that you just cannot die. You can still die. It's much harder, but you can still die, of course. They didn't make the sword that overpowered. I mean, it's already super overpowered, but not that overpowered to the point where you just beat dungeons with it. That's not the case. Also, one thing that many people don't actually consider about the Hyperion is actually the fact that it has 10 blocks of teleportation over the Aztec of the End's 8 blocks. And many people just think of this as an oversight, nothing that important, but it actually makes a major difference. So honestly, I feel that the 10 block teleportation over the opposite teleportation of 8 blocks, so the Aztec of the End, actually makes a big difference. So that's another pro of the Hyperion, along with all the other pros to this incredible sword. Alright, so now we're on to the boss fight. Oh god. There we go. And as you can see, I'm kind of out of mana now, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, yeah, I thought of one small problem with Hyperion. It's that when you're using it, you get skull stacked if you're using it. So it's not as dominating in the boss fight, that's for sure. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm getting low, so I'm just gonna use the absorption shield. Oh, good. Necron's dead. Okay, now we can test it out. Alright, cool. And now Necron is enraged. We're gonna get out of here. Alright, so as you can see, we have to wait 5 seconds before we get the absorption shield, but in general, we're fine. It's all good. Alright, and boom. We're heading over. And let's go in. So as you can see, the Hyperion doesn't give you that much of a decisive advantage during the boss fight itself. During the dungeon, it basically creates the dungeon. If you don't have Hyperion, then the dungeon is just so much worse. But in the case of this, where I do have a Hyperion in the boss fight, I'd say that maybe an Archer or Berserker would actually be doing a lot more DPS, because with the Hyperion, you don't actually do that much DPS, if you'd be surprised by that. But it's not a DPS weapon per se. It's more of a kind of like clearing weapon, right? So that's why you need the left click mage ability, and that's why it's so good. Which is why so many people put Ancient on their armor, because then they get so much left click mage healing that they don't have to worry about ever needing to be tanky by themselves. That's the logic and reasoning behind putting Ancient, as well as there being a lot of additional damage. There's a lot of bonus damage that you get by running Hyperion and having very strong left click mage. And I'm going to be working towards Storm Armor the first thing, so yeah, let's just do that. Alright guys, so now we're heading into the last phase. And let's see it. Alright, there we go, everyone. Looks good with our Wither Skeleton ready to do crazy damage to Necron. And let's see how this hat works. Oh my gosh. As you can see, I'm taking a ton of damage, and I mean a ton of damage from Necron. But all my crazy left-click mage healing really does save me here. Look at that. Look how much healing I'm getting. I literally cannot die. There we go, good. We're on the right track. Okay, oops. We took some damage there. Alright. So as you can see, the healing from the mage beam is so insane that you don't take any damage. Look at that. Okay. Alright, everyone, so that was the Hyperion. I love this sword a lot. I do not regret getting it at all. Probably one of my best purchases ever, honestly. And yeah, I was a little scared thinking the Hyperion wouldn't do any damage. It wouldn't be good. But it's insane. I'm going to do so much stuff with this sword. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Seriously, subscribe right now because this was my most expensive video ever. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!